and I'm the one they fear.
Welcome back to the Mixed Tag Podcast, everybody. I'm Agent 04 here with the best podcasting partner in the world. In the words of Liv Morgan, Moni, how are you doing?
I am doing good. I'm happy to be here. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, we're going to start it off with some heat. In the beginning of the show, Roman Reigns officially, in my eyes, this is officially Jacob Fatu joining the bloodline. Roman said, you was calling yourself an outsider for years, but now you in the family business. Welcome to the bloodline. And he gave him a Ula follow. I'm just gonna lie though, I did not expect Jacob Fatu to kill Eric Andre like that though. Look, so when Roman dapped up Andre, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Roman talked to him. Okay, Jay didn't do it. I expected Jay not to do it. Jay on his little crash out era right now. I thought Jimmy was gonna do it. I didn't think he was gonna touch Jacob. I thought he was just gonna hold his hand out to Jacob. He decides to touch the Ulafala. Yeah, it was GG's.
Oh, it was lights out.
When he touched that Ulafala, Jacob ripped him over that barricade, threw him in the ring, and hit him with two crazy splashes. And the crazy part is, Adam Pearce plays his role so well. It's like Adam Pearce is he's like a teacher trying to tell the ringleader to tell his boys to calm down. Like he's over there stretching, trying to tell Roman, tell Jacob don't do it. Tell Jacob don't do it. Roman's like, all right, you want me to tell him stop? All right, I'm gonna tell him stop. Then Roman tells him to go up. Then they get ready to leave, and Roman says, you know what? Don't do it again. We see why Adam Pearce is bald. They be stressing him out.
Yeah, because they stress him out no matter where he is.
Nick Aldis don't even get this level of stress. He still got his hair at least.
Exactly. Because Nick said he ain't gonna put up with it.
But to be fair though, Nick does put his foot down more than Adam to an extent. But to be fair, Raw is more chaotic than SmackDown.
Yeah, because Adam being there getting beat up and everything on thing. Like he over here taking bumps and stuff.
Exactly. Only person Nick got to worry about beating him up for real is probably Randy Orton at this point, because Randy is really and probably maybe Drew. If they ever decide to bring that back up, Nick Aldis and Drew, I can see him and Drew having some physical contact. But yeah, Nick Aldis don't got to worry about taking that many bumps. Adam Pearce is getting bullied and beat up weekly, just about. If he's not getting embarrassed in the backstage segment, he's getting beat up.
Yeah, or yelled at.
Now, we're going to move on to these two backstage segments first before I get to the rest of the card, because Bayley and Laura Valkyria have a title shot. Apparently, Laura Valkyria talked to Nick Aldis and just pulled a Charlotte Flair and got them a tag team title opportunity. Literally, I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. Literally, in the interview, she literally said that, how Pierce has been avoiding us while I talked to him and got us the title match. She literally pulled a Charlotte Flair, which I find that so funny. But yeah. I've always been a huge fan of Laura Valkyria. And I feel like ever since her SummerSlam match with Becky, when the zip ties kind of came off, I do feel like WWE kind of not necessarily took her kind of from that major main event slot. Now she's kind of just like a mid-carder. But Laura Valkyria can be a main eventer, man.
Oh yeah.
I genuinely think she could. I don't think Laura should be in the mid-card. I don't think Laura should be in the mid. This is me being non-biased, completely real. Laura Valkyria should not be in the same category as Sol Ruka. I
kind of agree, because she's been there for a while.
And Sol just got
first ever Intercontinental Champion.
Boom.
She got some stats. I feel like she should be
banger feud with Becky.
She should be up there having the matches with Liv.
Come on now. And you know what's crazy? Why wasn't Jordan Grace in the Queen of the Ring bracket? What the hell?
What has she been?
Yo, they literally gave us. Hey, you know what? Y'all want Jade Cargill to have a title defense? Okay, here we're gonna give you Jordan Grace. Her and Jade Cargill literally have a good match, and Jordan Grace has just been doing nothing. Hey, if you're like chronically online like I am with certain WWE superstars, her social media pages are fucking hilarious. She is funny. She is hilarious. Oh my God. I saw the one with Chelsea Green. Oh my goodness.
But I think the funniest thing she's done.
Mm-hmm.
You remember she was on NXT and she came out dressed like Patrick with the high heel on?
My goodness.
That was like the best.
I agree. I found that funny when she would appear on screen with the glasses on when she came back with the blonde hair. They was calling her creatine Sabrina Carpenter. So she
Hmm.
started wearing glasses. That was hilarious. Now, moving on to our second backstage segment, this genuinely fried me. Danhausen was about to curse Obafemi until he realized, wait, who did you so Dom and JD McDonough walked backstage to Danhausen in his little room with his cloning machine. And they were like, I need you to curse somebody for me. Danhausen was like, okay, I need human money. And then, also since they didn't knock, it was funny because Danhausen was like, hey, don't you know how to knock like your girlfriend did?
Yeah, I was about to say, because didn't Liv go back there too? And she
Yep,
was
yep,
like,
yep.
I ain't got time for this.
And then so it was funny. Uh, Dom was like, "Hey, I need you to curse Oba," and then I was like, "Okay, I need some human money." And then he was like, "Wait, Oba Femi, the one who destroyed Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, Oba Femi?" It's like, "Yeah, no, can't do." And then Danhausen just dips. That was funny though because Dominic started panicking, like, "I knew we couldn't trust this guy." And then Jay was like, "Listen, just get ready for your match. Excuse me, just get ready for your match," because he has that Irish accent, so it sounded intense but funny at the same time.
Dan Housen is hilarious. Like he don't even have to have a match to be a main character.
I agree. I have a question because now that the Miz is just spamming his old catchphrase, does this mean Kit Wilson is gonna come back spamming everyone's toxic?
I thought he hasn't he already been doing it still?
Yes, but I don't know. I think you saw the segment with the Miz. After Danhausen shocked him, now he's like just yelling his old catchphrases from 2010.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just yelling them. So like, what is Kid Wilson just gonna be literally? His only thing he's gonna say is "You're toxic. You're toxic." Like he's just gonna come back. Like toxic is gonna be the only word in his vocabulary because he's glitching.
Speaking of him, I like seeing him on NXT last week.
That was interesting. I love when they have like stars that have like star power or like eyes at the moment. They bring them down to NXT to get more eyes on NXT.
Yeah, I like it.
Because NXT is not lackluster match quality wise, but it's lackluster roster and name value wise. Because on NXT, since a lot of the stars that they had did come up to the main roster, so now they're literally having to they basically having to rebuild everything. The only
Hmm.
person that they have left is Tony D'Angelo, Lexis King. I'm thinking about like the OGs. I guess you could count Channing Tatum, Lorenzo.
Yeah,
That's about it. Them the only three that I could just think of that like
that's what I was trying to think of. I was about to say,
Miles
born.
Bourne, Baby Randy. Yeah, Miles
You
Bourne's pretty
know,
good.
for the longest, I never paid attention to him like the way he talked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had a speech impediment until I listened to him. I was like, hmm,
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's deaf and he has a speech impediment.
yeah. I was like, and like the way he talked, you wouldn't even think that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, NXT.
No, what killed me was Obafemi after he had beat Miles Bourne back when he was still on NXT. Him and Stephanie Becker were doing an interview with these people, and Oba made a joke because her and Miles are together, and then he was like, "Hey Stephanie, I'm pretty sure your man knows how it feels to be in the ring with the real champ."
I remember that.
Oba was funny. He was trolling. He was funny for that.
I remember that.
Now, let's move on to this because, hey, I'm already liking it. I literally have in my note beautiful angle slam from Gable as he catches the submission win over Rusev and gets attacked by Ethan Page, only to be saved by Ray and Dragon Lee. And I put in quotations long term storytelling because the fact
Mhm.
that Rey Mysterio and Dragon, well, to be fair, because Chad Gable did help them the week before, but the
Yep.
fact that with all the history due to El Grande Americano, the fact that Ray and Dragon Lee came out there and helped Chad Gable was amazing. But that angle slam looked like Kurt Angle was in that ring. And then Rusev is a big dude. He made Rusev look like a feather.
Yeah,
Rusev is
'cause
huge.
that's Kurt Angle's son.
Hey, what's crazy? They went with the years ago when they did that Jason Jordan was Kurt Angle's secret son. It genuinely would have made more sense if they did that
Yeah,
with Chad Gable.
honestly, because come on.
Oh my goodness. Now, this is interesting because the LA Knight and Jey Uso promo battle. Everything was going good until LA Knight got a little over the line with Jey Uso, and they were getting ready to start. Well, no, I think Jey slapped LA Knight or he pushed him, and then Jimmy started trying to break them apart. Oh my God, Jimmy got thrown like a rag doll twice.
He always catching strays.
First Jay threw Jimmy back, and then LA Knight tossed Jimmy back. Oh my God. And so, boom, Jay getting ready to get the chair. LA Knight take the chair. He beat up Jay and Jimmy. Then Jacob Fatu come out there and choke him out. Is LA Knight gonna be stuck in this bloodline vortex longer than Cody Rhodes just for him to
Probably.
not get a title or anything? Because he didn't win the fucking King of the Ring thing. Jay also won. So like, what is? I'm just shit, bro. Triple H said this back in 2023. Good things come to people who wait.
Yeah.
Triple H is 3 years later. LA Knight has only had a United States Championship reign. This nigga has not gotten anything else since then. What are we doing?
But
Genuinely, what
think
are we
about it.
doing?
What if he's also getting punished? Like Lyra, because didn't he have a slip up at that same SummerSlam? And the match with Seth Rollins when they injured?
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that they that was all the work, but I think the reason that they haven't done anything with that recently, I ain't gonna lie, him fucking up at Elimination Chamber low key was kind of crazy when he went for the elbow drop. I
Yeah.
think that definitely because when that happened, I immediately started seeing memes of POV Triple H backstage after seeing LA Knight mess up that elbow. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. Because in the thing with Laura Valkyria too, even before that, I think what got Lara out, bro, that promo that she did with her Becky Stompers. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
And the
That was
thing
one.
was, I thought it was just cute and funny. WWE has not given her a promo or like any major thing since she did that. I don't know if they didn't like the little spin she did. I don't know. But since that promo, it has just gone to shit for Lara Valkyria. Now, thankfully, like I said, they have a title. Her and Bailey have a title shot, but they probably gonna lose,
Probably.
unfortunately. So
I still want to know what's gonna happen because ain't no way we got Brie Bella back in the ring and she ain't gonna be tagging with Nikki. But like,
yeah, like I wonder how long is Nikki gonna be out for? Because they definitely, I think they probably, even though it might not be what a lot of people want, Paige and Brie are probably gonna hold those titles until Nikki recovers.
yeah, and I seen Nikki post a video a couple weeks on YouTube where she's not in her boot no more, but
Mm.
so she's on the next step of like recovery.
Now I have to ask, you think they run the classic Bella angle of Nikki being jealous over Brie, or do you think she's gonna be jealous over Paige?
Paige.
Okay. Have a little feud with Nikki and Paige.
That'll
Actually, that would
also
be
be
nice.
long-term storytelling rekindling Nikki and Paige's beef.
Hmm. Now, speaking of the ladies, Charlotte Flair versus Roxanne, as we were talking about earlier. I like that little spot that they did when Liv jumped on the apron and Alexa gets in the ring as Liv is distracting the referee, pushes Charlotte on top of Roxanne, slides back under the ring and pulls Liv down. Even though Roxanne kicked out, that was still like a nice little spot. And then, eventually Charlotte locks up that figure eight, taps her out. But like you said, I'm interested because so are we getting short? So I'm assuming Charlotte versus Io. That's the money match that they probably wanted all along
Yep.
because Charlotte and Io kind of all won definitively. Even though it was Liv shenanigans with Alexa, Charlotte won her fatal four way. Io won her fatal four way. They kind of both easily won their matches. So it's like, okay. Now I want to know because we know Charlotte can cook, we know Io can cook, but are their styles gonna match?
That is actually gonna be interesting.
Because Charlotte's more like a technician
Mm-hmm.
and Io's a high flyer. So we have to see how that works because there's not that many high flyers in the women's division, and Charlotte Flair has not faced that many high flyers in general because there hasn't been that many.
No,
So this is gonna be interesting to see.
it really is. I feel like they'll pull off for something good though,
Hmm.
because they both heavy
Oh,
hitters.
I agree. Now let's move on to this next segment. Oh my God, the dogs were barking. Braun Breaker murdered Javon. My exact note: Braun Breaker kills Javon Evans on live national television.
Live national television.
I had to put the live national television. So when that camera angle cut from Javon doing the OG cutter to him getting cut in half midair, oh My God. That reminded me of the Carmelo Hayes spot when Carmelo went for that springboard crossbody back in NXT when they
Yeah.
ran that spot and Braun Breaker just decimated him. Holy crap. But my major talking point, what caught me off guard, when the Street Profits came to save him, and Montez was like, he was telling, I was like, oh wait, is Big Dog's back? Yo, Angelo Dawkins looks like a fucking
Dude,
beast. How
they
yo,
look good.
how does he keep doing it? It's like he'll get bigger, then come back and look even more muscular. And Dawkins looks like a unit right now.
Like they look really good.
Like, oh my goodness. See, because Montez Ford always had like a good physique, but Dawkins always had the little stomach on the back in NXT.
Yeah.
This one, bro, that hey, when he sent Braun Breaker flying over that table, oh, was that last Monday? When he sent Braun
Yep.
Breaker, it was last Monday, man. It reminded me of the Braun Strowman fight at WrestleMania when Braun Strowman was doing the Strowman Express and Dawkins crashed into him. Woo!
Man.
But Street Profits came to save Javon Evans. Hey, they had to save the brother. They had to save the brother.
I ain't gonna hold you. For some reason, I thought Seth was gonna be behind Montez.
Instead of Dawkins, that
Yeah.
funny that would have been cool, especially with that picture that Seth and Montez. Hey, that picture they posted was
That was
fucking
fire. They look like they was about to drop a
oh.
R&B album.
I'm talking about hey they was finna pull a Trick Williams and Lil Yachty on us.
Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't be mad if that was a team.
Me neither, especially now that Montez is kind of more. He's okay with Seth a little bit more. I could see that. Or hey, Seth just temporarily is with the Street Profits for now. Yo, you know how Javon didn't want to join the New Day division? How stupid would it be if WWE booked themselves in the corner by having him join the Street Profits
That would
after he
be
literally just declined
crazy.
joining two groups?
But you know what I was thinking about? I was like, what if Javon did join the Vision? Like, how would he be as a heel?
Ooh.
It'll be
Okay,
interesting to see him
for
as a heel.
those of you who don't know, Javon Evans used to be Jay Malachi.
Yep.
He was a menace as a heel. Hey, I know he could be a good heel, but the question is, would WWE let him have that freedom to be the heel that he could be? Because he's one of those heels where he aggressive with. He gonna say some crazy stuff, and
Yeah.
then he young too, so he gonna speak his mind.
Yeah. He was a menace on the indie scenes.
Hey, look, he one of the few wrestlers that still cuss on like live television and stuff like that. So I feel like if he was a heel, he would definitely like add a little bit more flavor to it.
Yeah, I feel like they would give him that leeway.
For real. Hey, look at Trick Williams. His whole
Yep.
gimmick that he's basically literally a pimp.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You start to charge up that pimp hand when he slapped Ricky
Yeah.
backhanded Ricky Saint.
Oh my God. That was crazy. And
This
Carmelo
dude
was
was
just like, damn.
charging him. Hey, I think Mello Loki saw it coming or something. But he literally charged it up. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
No. I have to ask you this since we talked about it before the show. Obafemi advances to the King of the Ring finals after killing JD and Dominic Mysterio with a choke slam, some uppercuts, and a beautiful fall from grace. I have to ask you, how do you feel? Because we have been on the Obafemi hype train even before he came to the main roster, even before he became NXT champion. We were talking about Oba when he was NXT North American champion,
Oh yeah.
So we've been on the Obafemi hype train for a
Yeah.
while. So I have to ask you, how do you feel? Because to be fair, if Dominic did win, I wouldn't have been mad because it's Dominic. That's kind of his character. If he would have found the way to win, it would have made sense. But I'm happy that they went with Oba because apparently Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns is the backup if they can't get The Rock this year.
Mm.
So I want to know what's your take on that specifically.
I have been here for it because, like we was talking about a few weeks ago, the matches that either one of the matches he
It's gonna be a
picks,
banger.
it's gonna be a banger. Like I'm leaning more.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to see more with Cody though, because like we said, I feel like Cody will give him that time to put that work in and but
Yeah.
versus Romans, just gonna ground and pound and talk a little bit, but
Well, to be fair though, the only reason I don't think that they would let Roman do that though. I don't because the difference with Jacob Fatu and Oba is Jacob Fatu had years on the main was 2 years on the main roster before he,
Yeah.
was in his current state. Oba just got that this year and has already beat Brock Lesnar. That
Oh yeah.
alone is
In his
huge
first
because
WrestleMania.
because no one beats Brock Lesnar, let alone especially a black person.
I'm about to say
No
a
one
black
beats Brock
person at
Lesnar at
that.
WrestleMania. No one beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for real.
Like,
We
come on.
rarely see him lose at WrestleMania. We've seen Seth do it, Roman, well now Oba, of course, but we rarely see Brock lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah. But
But so, how do you feel about Oba and Roman being backup if they cannot get The Rock this year?
I would like to see it because we ain't never seen that matchup before. We
Real. And
already
then I
know
think a lot
Roman
of
can
wrestling
go.
fans are
We know
tired of The Rock too.
yeah, we know Oba can go. Two powerhouses in the ring together. Magic. Like we said, Roman gonna talk a little shit though. You
Yep.
just been here this year. Look at you. Your second WrestleMania. Well, not
I
WrestleMania, but
brought you to the
WrestleMania.
big show. You're here because of me.
Yeah, I put food on the table. Like,
No, but you know what's crazy though? Imagine Roman and Oba going aura for aura, but with the overseas crowds. Like I'm talking
ooh,
about promo battle for promo. Like, oh, you know what? Best way to describe it. When John Cena and Cody Rhodes were going back and forth, they were going aura for aura.
yeah. I feel
When
like that would
CM
be
Punk and Roman was going back and forth, they were going aura for aura. Like we need those type of moments for a big build. We need the promo battles. Don't just have them come out there and brawl. Let them actually build some tension. Let us have some anticipation, maybe a backstage hit. Have Obafemi bump into Jacob Fatu. Boom. Imagine the face off of stare down we can have Oba bump into Jimmy or Jay or something like that.
yeah.
Like and then even you said it last week. Oba and Roman were throwing shots at each other on the WrestleMania post show.
Right, yes. Like right after they won, like Oba already busting shots, empty in the clip, and Roman just ducking and dive. I'm like, oh my God,
Mhm.
I'm here for it. And like you said, like with Roman and CM Punk, I liked it how every week their promos was just like we're going lower and lower at each other.
And look, and so
Imagine that
eventually
with
we just
Oba
don't want to
and
fight.
Roman. Like Roman didn't go low enough for me. I wanted him to bring up the damn dog.
See,
I
I'm so
wanted him to bring
surprised
up the
he
dog.
didn't bring up Larry.
That would have just killed CM Punk right then and now.
Hey,
And there was a fresh cut too.
ooh,
Woo!
ooh. Then you won't be alone anymore because I'll bury you right next to your father. Whoa, wow,
Diabolical.
okay, whoa.
Diabolical. That was
You know,
diabolical.
you know what that randomly reminded me of?
What?
I just thought about it. That used to be you and your. Oh wait, you can't see him
Ah!
anymore.
That was a burn.
Hey,
That
in the crowd, absolutely. The American crowds are normally terrible. The crowd absolutely ate that up from Becky.
yes, that was that was good.
Now, I want to move on to my main event, the main segment, the special topic that I want to bring up.
Yes,
Recently,
let's do it.
since the beginning of this month has started, there's been some rumors, some media threads about CM Punk was asked to take a pay cut, and he was furious with AJ Lee's creative handling. And the thing is, too, now, here's the thing. I try not to follow dirt sheets after certain pay-per-views.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is a major pay-per-view. I expect CM Punk to probably take a break after that. But the thing is, okay, hear me out. CM Punk get an interview for the UFC 250 Freedom Fight thing. Why are you doing UFC promotion? I know he used to be a UFC fighter, even though he lost twice, got whooped. But why are you doing UFC promotion? You're a you're a rest. And boom. And this is why I'm bringing it up. Roman Reigns, they gave Roman Reigns a crowd cam with Triple H in the crowd for the UFC White House card, but they
Yeah.
have CM Punk promoting it during the interview. Did and I know they owned by the same brand, but I don't want to hear that bullshit. Because all these rumors about CM Punk are coming out, and the first thing I hear from him is UFC promotion. He's not promoting WWE or nothing. But I did see this. CM Punk might be coming back to have a feud with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I want to know, did they see all of these rumors, or is it just rumors? Like it's either rumors or it was true in WWE stars. So now they're trying to unback themselves out of a corner because they know the level of star power that someone like a CM Punk has, and they know that if CM Punk says something, his fans are normally gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? The fans are
Yeah.
normally gonna be on his side, and it's crazy to think about too because we haven't seen CM Punk in a minute,
Mm-mm.
and we haven't seen AJ Lee either. And another thing that I want to bring up, the TKO pay cuts has been a major talking point recently this year that a lot of wrestlers were asked or they refused to take the pay cuts, and that's why they were released, or some wrestlers have taken a pay cut.
Yeah.
If I'm seeing Punk, I'm not taking no pay cut after I just gave you the best WrestleMania match
Hell no.
Since WrestleMania 40. I just
And
gave you the
plus,
best main event since WrestleMania 40. No.
I'm one of the big names returning.
Chill. Come
You
on
think
now.
I'm gonna take a pay cut?
No, 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 no.
You're crazy.
Now, I do want to ask you about the AJ Lee side because now, as far as AJ's side goes, I haven't seen any rumors or any dirt sheets or anything about her. So, what do you think? Have you
I
heard and
mean,
seen anything about AJ?
I saw one thing saying, she wouldn't be back for a while, but
Mm,
it was kind of expected. You know,
that's fair.
I mean, I figured we know she probably signed a contract. I think she signed a multi-year contract.
Okay, okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna have to look into that. But I mean, I figured we were gonna get like a toe in of AJ and like out.
Mm,
Like I figured maybe like, okay, she came in hot, but it kind of died down a little bit. What if they like took a step back and was like, okay, we got to figure something out, or they're trying to
mm.
find the right moment to place her back into? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to see AJ fighting for no mid card title.
Really? And the only reason I gave it a pass was because it was Becky Lynch. And as you have been saying, and I will always give you your props to this, Becky has basically made the Intercontinental title feel
Yeah.
like a main title.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be honest, if it was anyone other than Becky, I would not have enjoyed that. I would not have enjoyed the fact that they had AJ Lee in the mid card title feud.
Especially if it like if Maxine Dupree still had the title, I would be like upset. I would be
Yeah,
like,
because
why?
what are we doing? Especially after AJ helped Maxine win the title, that would have made no
Mhm.
sense at all if AJ was the one to beat Maxine for the title.
And like all the backlash that on the internet from when she came back, like they don't realize wrestling, women's wrestling back then was not the same as it was now. It was
Hmm.
completely different. And
Back
then,
then, they would be lucky to get 10 minutes of TV time, let
yes,
alone match time. The matches didn't even last. Matches barely lasted for 5 minutes back then with
yeah,
the
they
women.
had like a short time. So of course they didn't have to like even if it was a pay-per-view, it was still like a short match.
Yep.
So of course, you're not gonna expect her to come back and like be able to go for like 15, 20 minutes.
Especially all them bumps that she took in that match with
Yeah.
Becky at WrestleMania.
And that too. Like they wasn't doing all kind of the only person on the main roster that was doing crazy stuff like that back then, the time when AJ was there was Naomi.
It was Naomi.
Naomi was the only one flying and flipping off ropes back then.
Hmm.
And I mean they had a great history. That was a great
That was
history.
great. Nice little feud.
But like yeah. So I mean I feel like she'll be back. But I
Just
think
not soon.
yeah, I think they're just waiting on like time.
That's
Like
fair.
where can we fit her in to make it be like amazing?
I can see that. I feel like recently, if WWE is actually using AI to book, I don't know how I feel, but I don't know. At this point, I think I would rather have the AI than a bunch of 70, 80-year-old white men in there who have the
Yeah,
same ideas from 10 to 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
not even trying to make it a race thing, but as I said, I brought this up to you before. When they were doing WWE Unreal and we were looking in that creative room, I didn't see a single brother or I didn't see a single young person. I could see if they
Mm-mm.
had a young white person. It was just a bunch of old wrestlers or old producers.
Now,
Because why the fuck were they thinking about letting Pat McAfee beat Gunther? That
the
bro,
only
that would
time
piss me off.
the only time on Unreal I saw a young person was the guy who said that Naomi could be Miss Money in the Bank. That was
Mm-hmm.
the young guy who said that.
And look what happened. Hey, yeah, bro. WWE needs way more young people there,
Yeah.
like in like the creative areas, because you can kind of see they kind of doing the same thing that we did in 2023, 22. Okay, hey, Bloodline is back. No, I'm not saying this because I'm not enjoying it, but all right, boom, Roman is back. Bloodline back. We're gonna get Roman the champion. We're gonna have him do some promos, tell everybody acknowledge him, build the bloodline up. We're gonna have Cody Rhodes do his thing. We're gonna try to make Cody the new John Cena. We're gonna have him win a bunch of titles and keep losing them back and forth and win a bunch of titles.
Yeah.
Uh, we're gonna we're gonna give LA Knight the Drew McIntyre treatment. We're gonna cuck him for his entire career. At least eventually Drew got uncucked, but LA
Yeah.
Knight is getting the Drew McIntyre treatment. He's getting
Yeah.
the Drew McIntyre treatment. He is. It sucks to say. We're gonna have Sami Zayn. We're gonna have the crowd hate Sami Zayn because we're gonna have Sami Zayn be a hypocrite and not know what the hell we want to do with Sami Zayn when Sami Zayn is one of our best workers, best characters, best everything we have. Yet we don't know what we want to do, so we're gonna have him in a worthless feud with Cody Rhodes just to not get a fucking title shot. I feel like they're gonna have all of this happen just for Sami to not even get a match versus Cody or a title shot, which is stupid.
That is very stupid. Well, I hate to break it to you. We got 1 minute left, boss man.
Well, I guess I gotta send that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta send it. Load it up.
Click. To everybody watching this, this is a warning shot. Wow. We coming for everybody. 4 letters, 1 word. Then
Main event villain, I'm the one they fear.